Always recording. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to July 1st. I got a little helper here this morning for a little while. Natalie and I are here working on the radio this morning. We'll be on with Scotty here in just a few minutes. I hope that your July is off to a great start. Hey, we closed out the month and the quarter in pretty good shape, and we'll talk about that and more when Scotty and I get online here in just a minute. Hey, can you tell them hi? Can you tell everybody hi? Wave. Wave. Can you tell everybody hi? So we're helping Papa this morning. Huh? What? What you think? Huh? Yeah. That's the microphone. That's what you're talking to. You say hello.
105 the Highlands Lead FM. I guess that song's over. It's 8:39 now. Hey, Faith Hill is up next. Yay, finally a country music song on the light. But Phillip's on the line. Let's go to Statler Financial Services in Sebring. Good morning, Phillip. How are you?
Hey, Scotty. Hey, working from home today, or actually not really working from home. I'm taking a day off today, actually. Family's in town, so spending the last few days with them before they fly back to Tennessee. And hey, just a shameless plug here for those that want to see. You can watch our recording of you and I this morning on Facebook at Statler Financial Services on Facebook, and you can see Natalie. Natalie and I were on before Scotty and I got on, so you can see Natalie and I live on the video there. So just entertainment anyway.
Okay, cool. Yeah, good stuff. So what's going on? Hey, the third quarter begins today. How did we finish up yesterday?
Hey, it is the third quarter. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I know. Don't know where the time goes, but
I know it really is. So yesterday we ended it with kind of a mixed bag, but nothing really drastic on either front. I mean, the Dow had the best of all the days. It was up 0.6%, which was good because it had kind of a couple down days there. And the NASDAQ was down a little less than 0.2%, less than $25. The S&P 500 was actually up a little over 0.1%. So some good signs there as we get ready to go. All of them are really and truly up really close, if not at their highs. The NASDAQ didn't quite get there, but the S&P 500 surely did, Scotty. It's at a record close on yesterday at 42.97.
Wow.
Huge number. I mean, I can remember back when the S&P 500 was back in like 08, 09 was down below $800. So huge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Number. Yeah. Okay.
So that's kind of where we're sitting right now anyway. And we look then at what's happening in the world, right? This is Thursday. And a couple things came out yesterday after you and I spoke. One of the biggest things I saw was pending home sales came out. And it was a pleasant surprise, which is good. We needed that after you and I talked about mortgage rates yesterday.
Right.
They pending home sales were expected to be down 1%. They were actually up 8%. So yeah, that's a 9% swing, which was a good thing for them. That's good for the home industry. It really even surprised the realtors out there. The article I read said that they didn't expect that kind of number to come through. So good news on the home front, and even good news on the jobless front too, Scotty. Initial claims came out this morning at like 364,000 first-time claims, which was better than the 390,000 that were expected, and better than the 411,000 from the last week. So some good news there. I'm waiting. Continuing claims hasn't come out yet. Still looking for that number, but I will tell you the indexes are liking those numbers. They've kind of bounced off of some lower numbers, and not all positive, but still we made some progress this morning before we get started. So some good news on the macro front. And then actually today is the first day of the third quarter. and we actually have some earnings that have come out today. Leading the way is Walgreens. Walgreens did very well. They reported a quarterly profit of $1.51 a share. That was better than the $1.17 that they were expecting. Revenue was ahead of forecast. They're obviously rebounding prescriptions. People are going back to the doctor now. And they even raised their full year guidance, which is always a good thing. They're up about 0.75% this morning before we get going. The other one we had was McCormick reported. They beat estimates by 7 cents a share, came in at 69 cents. They've been a big benefactor of COVID because people stayed home. They're cooking more. I know I was smoking more meat, so that was more spices you needed to do that kind of stuff. And so they did better than expected there. They raised their full year guidance. They were up earlier, but I looked just a second ago, and they're actually trading back down again, down about 1% right now. So people are looking at that, maybe taking some profits there. And the last one I have for you, Dave and I have been talking about the chips, the computer chips, and how they're having issues.
That's right. That's been for a while, right? The chip problem.
Yeah, the chip problem, and it's still out there. From everything I'm reading, it could take anywhere from another 6 months to 2 years to actually overcome that issue, which is not good for the automakers and the computer makers and stuff and the likes of those. But Micro Technology reported, and they're one of those chip manufacturers, that they beat by 16 cents a share, came in at like $1.88. Revenue was well above forecast, and they gave an upbeat current quarter guidance, which was good. Obviously, with the shortage of chips, they've been able to maintain their higher pricing, which is always good for a company. They did sell off. They had a factory in Utah, and they sold that to Texas Instruments for like $900 million. And I guess the markets didn't really like that. That's the only thing I can see that's the fly in the ointment, because they're trading down a little over 1.5% this morning.
Okay.
And the numbers really look good. So that's the only thing I can really attribute it to this morning. So as I kind of close out my time with you today, Scotty, we want to tell everybody what the markets are looking like going forward for today. And it's a mixed bag this morning. We have the Dow up a little over 0.1%. The S&P 500 is up a little less than 0.1%. And NASDAQ's actually trailing down again today, down about 0.1%. So a mixed bag on that front. Then we do have the Russell 2000 is making a comeback. That's the small caps, Scotty. They're up about 0.5% this morning. So good news on that front. If we look at the commodity side of the bag, we've got silver up 0.8%, finally back over 26 to $26.38 an ounce. Gold is up about 1/3%. Still below, trailing really far below. It's hadn't even got to 1,800 yet. And then crude oil, Scotty, we're just not doing a good job while Dave's gone at keeping oil prices down. Crude oil up $2 a barrel. That's up 2.7%.
Oh my word! Really? So what's it up to now?
It's up to $75.46 a barrel. Guys, I feel for you if you're traveling over the holiday weekend, because I anticipate that we will see gas prices over $3 a gallon on what I'm seeing right now.
Oh, yeah. It seems like I saw somewhere, Phillip, about there's also a truck driver shortage, and it's hard to get gas, especially where it needs to go. Have you heard anything about the trucker shortage?
I'm not really. I mean, I know that there's been some issues with transportation, and I felt like we were somewhat relieved from that just because the oil comes in Tampa, right? So it's not a big distance for most producers to get fuel, at least for us here personally.
Right. Sure, right.
But other places in the country, yes, that can be a problem and add to the transportation cost.
Gotcha. All right. What else is going on today, buddy?
That's really about it from the economic standpoint. But remember, as we always talk about things here on the show, that there's one thing that's very important to folks, and that's how much risk do you have in your portfolio? I mean, we keep butting our heads against these all-time highs, and the issue always is, when is it going to do its 10% correction? When are we going to have a bear market? Nobody knows. The issue is being prepared so that you know how much risk you have in your portfolio. And if folks don't know, they need to have that number in mind. And so we have our financial x-ray that really does x-ray folks' portfolio to show them how much risk they have in that portfolio. And to do that, all they need to do is give us a call at 863-382-0037 to schedule their financial x-ray. Go to our website at statlerfinancial.com, and there's a link there to our calendar. And then join us this weekend for the Statler Financial Radio Show, 6 a.m. and noon on Saturday, 10 a.m. Sunday morning on Highlands News Talk 730.
All right. Hey, always a pleasure. Phillip, you have yourself a great day.
All right. Thanks, Scotty.
You betcha. There's Phillip at Statler Financial Services in Sebring.
From the pitch, swung at a little too soon.
Strike three, you're out.
To the joke told at the wrong time. To barely missing your connecting flight.
This is the final boarding call for Flight 109 to Chicago.
Timing is everything. The same is true for your Social Security benefits. Take them too soon and you could leave a lot of money on the table. Take them too late and you might spend down too much of your savings. Everybody's situation can be different, but taking your Social Security benefits at the right time is important for your retirement success. Phillip Statler at Statler Financial understands Social Security and can help you make decisions that are best for you and your retirement dreams. Call 863-285-3815 to start optimizing your benefits. With Social Security, timing is everything, so don't delay. Call Phillip Statler at Statler Financial today. 863-285-3815. That's 863-285-3815. Our firm offers insurance services and is not affiliated with the U.S. government. Advisory services offered through Statler Financial Services, Inc., a registered investment advisory